Okay, this video goes with the 1.5 Reteach to build understanding notes. So let's look and see what we have on these. So it's on conditional statements. So let's see. So here's our statement. A square has 4 congruent sides and 4 right angles. They want us to write the conditional. Okay, if a quadrilateral has 4 congruent sides and 4 right angles, I should say angles, then it is a square. Okay, we want to write the converse. Now the converse swaps the then and the if parts around. So now here's the notation, goes with the original conditional. P, then Q. The converse is Q, then P. So if a quadrilateral is a square, then it has 4 congruent sides and 4 right angles. So there's the converse form. Now if we want to write the biconditional, that's with the if and only if. And the notation of that is P double arrow Q. P if and only if Q. A quadrilateral is a square if and only if it has 4 congruent sides and 4 right angles. So this notation tells you, if with the if and only if, that you could also say a quadrilateral has 4 congruent sides and 4 right angles if and only if it is a square. So the Q and the P can switch sides with the if and only if in the middle, and they're both true statements. Now the inverse is a not P, then not Q. So if a quadrilateral does not have 4 congruent sides and 4 right angles, then it is not a square. And the contrapositive has both the P and the Q switched, along with not being added in. So the notation that goes with that is not Q implies not P. So if a quadrilateral is not a square, so notice the Q came up front, became not, then it does not have 4 congruent sides and 4 right angles. Okay, number 2. Nikki writes, if I am a bird, then I fly, as an example of a conditional statement. Also, he claims the hypothesis is I fly. Is he correct? If not, correct the error. The if part is always the hypothesis. So in Nikki's statement, I am a bird is the hypothesis, and I fly is the conclusion. So Nikki should say, if I fly, then I am a bird, if he wanted to make fly the hypothesis. So if I fly, then I am a bird. Now with that original statement, the fly, I fly is the hypothesis, and the I am a bird is the conclusion. Okay, here's a matching. So think about these orders up here. If I am a bird, then I fly. If I am a bird, then I fly. We'll call that the conditional statement. If I am not a bird, then I do not fly. Notice the P and the Q stayed where they're at, but they're both nots, so that makes that the inverse. If I fly, then I am a bird. The Q and the P have changed places. That makes that a converse. If I do not fly, then I am not a bird. The not is with the bird, well, the not is with the fly, and the not is with the bird. So these from the original conditional, fly is now up front, and bird is at the end, and plus not has been added, so that makes that a contrapositive, because the order is switched and they're both nots. And I fly if and only if I'm a bird. That's the biconditional, because this one works both ways. And that's all for those.